So what if I told you that the key to the life you really want, well, it's not about luck and it's not about talent. It's actually about a single ancient virtue. Today, we're diving into this powerful Stoic idea of self-control and how it's not about punishment, but about becoming the architect of your own destiny.
Look, it's a question you've probably asked yourself a million times, right? How much control do I really have over my own life? We all want to feel like we're the ones steering the ship, not just getting tossed around by the waves. But what if the key to grabbing that wheel is already right there inside you?
Well, in his amazing book, Discipline is Destiny, Ryan Holiday makes this super compelling case that the answer lies in one single thing. And it's not talent, it's not luck, it's discipline. And he argues it's probably not what you think it is.
Okay, first things first. We need to completely rethink what discipline even means. Forget that idea of it being some grim, joyless chore. The ancient Stoics saw it as the ultimate form of freedom. It's the power you give yourself to steer your own ship, to master your impulses, and to build the life you actually want, piece by piece.
So how do we actually do this? Well, Holiday lays out this incredible roadmap, a three-part journey to mastering yourself. It starts with the most tangible thing we have, the body, then moves inward to build a fortress for our temperament, and finally, it reaches the highest level, the soul. So let's start at the very foundation.
Everything, and I mean everything, begins with the body. Now you might be thinking, why start there? Well, it's simple really. It's the most direct, tangible, and immediate thing we have control over. Think of it as the training ground for every other kind of discipline.
The Stoics had this really powerful way of looking at it. Our bodies can either be our greatest allies or they can be the things that rule us. Discipline is all about taking command, managing this incredible asset, and making sure our physical urges don't get to call all the shots.
Okay, I want you to think about this number for a second. 2,130. This number represents one of the most unbelievable feats of physical discipline in the history of sports. It's the number of consecutive games played by the baseball legend Lou Gehrig. But here's the thing that's truly mind-blowing. It's why he did it. Gehrig's incredible streak wasn't about fame or breaking records. For him, showing up every single day, no matter what, that was his fundamental duty. It was a promise to his team and to his craft. He trained, he played through pain, he pushed himself like crazy because he had made a commitment. That is discipline in its purest form.
And this brings us to a choice that honestly every single one of us faces. On one side, you've got someone like Theodore Roosevelt. He was all about the strenuous life, firmly believing that physical challenges build mental toughness. And on the other side, you have King George IV, who chose comfort and indulgence, a path that ultimately led to weakness. It's a really clear fork in the road, and it's defined entirely by physical discipline.
So this all sounds great, but where do you start? The book gives some super practical advice. It's all about creating momentum with these small, deliberate actions. Attack the dawn, for instance. That's not just about waking up early, it's about winning the very first battle of the day. Just show up is the ultimate cure for procrastination. And even something as small as clean up your desk creates physical order, which, believe it or not, creates mental order. These are the small wins that build a foundation that's totally unbreakable.
But here's the key. Mastering your body. That's not the end goal. It's the launch pad. A disciplined body creates the foundation for a focused, resilient mind. Once we've conquered the physical, we can turn our attention inward, to the next level. All right, now we move inward. We're talking about the second domain, our temperament. This is all about our inner world, our emotions, our reactions, how we handle ourselves under pressure. It's about building an unshakable inner fortress, an inner citadel.
Look, anybody can be cool, calm, and collected when life is going great, but what happens when everything hits the fan? Can you stay steady when the world around you is pure chaos? Can you push back against panic, anger, and fear? That's temperament. It's about ruling over yourself before you even think about trying to rule anything else.
And if you want a masterclass in this, just look at Queen Elizabeth II. I mean, for over 70 years, through global crises, political turmoil, personal triumphs, she was this absolute model of emotional control and steadfastness. Her historic reign wasn't just defined by her title. It was defined by her mastery over her own temperament, that unwavering poise under immense constant pressure.
Okay, so we've conquered the body, we've fortified the mind, and now we reach the summit, the final and most profound level of this whole journey, guiding the soul. You know, this is where everything we've talked about really clicks into place and finds its true meaning. See, discipline of the body and mind, on its own, can be a little selfish. But its highest purpose, its real power, is when it serves something bigger than just us. It's about aiming all that self-control towards virtue, towards helping other people, towards a purpose that goes way beyond our own needs. This is the step that turns self-mastery into a life of real meaning and impact.
So, there you have it, the full path, body, temperament, and soul. It's a complete roadmap, from physical action all the way to a profound sense of purpose. The real question then is, how do you start walking it? Well, it all comes down to the little choices we make every single day.
So let's boil this all down. What's the takeaway here? It's really these core ideas you can start using today. Start small with something physical. Seriously, tie your shoes and just go for a walk. But see that act not as a chore, but as your first step towards real freedom. Use that little physical win to build your mental strength. And as you get going, always connect what you're doing to a bigger purpose. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? That's how you turn simple actions into a powerful journey of growth.
At the end of the day, every single choice you make, every action, every moment of self-control, it's like a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. So the only question left to ask is, with the choices you're making today, what masterpiece are you creating?